What is your best Parker Posey impression on the White Lotus season 3?
It's not that I need the pills. They just, help with my anxiety. Just sometimes, those people that I don't like, which is everyone.
Where's your southern accent? Piper, no. Tsunami.
Okay, yours is way better.
Taiwan. Piper, no. This has been like the thing that I've just done
Piper, no.
all week. Just worked on my...
It's really good. Honestly, with my eyes closed, I feel like Parker Posey's in this room.
Tsunami.
Yeah, she has that southern drawl.
Southern accent.
I think it just throws me off. I don't think I've ever seen her with the southern accent, so it just throws me off. But she does it well.
She does. It feels so natural. Something about Parker Posey with I don't know, doing an impression.
Yours is so good.
Well, where's your I've never heard you do a southern accent before.
Okay, I'll try.
It's a safe space. Let's try this out.
Piper, no. Don't go be a Buddhist.
Don't go be a Buddhist. You totally are sounding like Luann from King of the Hill.
It is turning out that way. Unintentionally. Peggy. Oh. Maybe that's...
I don't know you.
I don't know. I turned to Bobby Hill.
That's my purse.
That's my purse. Yeah, I feel like Bobby Hill. I connect with him spiritually.
I feel like if you get one more shot, you'll just knock it out of the park.
Really?
I think so. I have a lot of faith in you.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is your best Parker Posey in the White Lotus season 3?
Who has been taking all my pills? I know it's one of y'all. I counted them. No, I don't need them, but I want them.
Piper, no. Not my Loressa. Tsunami. It really is gone and like divulged to like, that's not my purse.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know you. It can turn Bobby Hill really quick.
So over time it becomes like Bobby Hill.
Yes.
And mine started out Bobby Hill and now it's getting a little better.
Yes. I think you're the only thing I'm like getting British.
Oh.
But British is like close to Southern.
Yes, I was thinking about that too because is it Jason Isaacs?
Yes.
He's I think he's British.
Yeah, he's totally British.
He's the dad in Harry
Malfoy's dad.
Malfoy's dad, yeah.
That's how I know.
That's how I know too. I was like, oh my God, there he is.
Yes.
Except it took me a second. I'm like, is this Liam Neeson? Who is this man?
I know. He kind of looks like Daniel Craig or reminds me of him.
That's what I meant.
And in this
Daniel
character, and it's White Lotus is kind of like a whodunit, and it's a little similar to Knives Out in certain ways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in my mind, I was like, where have I seen this guy before? He must be just like a random character actor.
So I'm not the only one.
No. I wouldn't have put 2 and 2 together. Also, who's paying attention? No offense, not to slander Jason Isaacs at all, because he's a really talented actor. But when I think of Harry Potter, I really don't think of Lucius Malfoy.
I think it's Lucius.
Lucius?
I do.
I don't know.
I think of him.
You think of him? How often do you think of Lucius Malfoy, Brie?
Well, not that often, but it's his long flowing hair and those piercing blue eyes.
Gotcha.
That he's got. And this big nose. I don't know. I think he's kind of hot.
Do you think he's also hot in the White Lotus?
Just a little, but not as hot as when he's Malfoy's dad. So
can I confess something to you?
Yeah.
I find Walton Goggins attractive.
Yeah, I mean he's got something.
And Amy Lou Wood, I think package deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Something about their chemistry too.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm kind of shipping them in a weird way.
I like them. They're like my favorite couple.
They're quirky, and their dynamic's funny. And
that age gap relationship.
Oh.
Yeah. This is a very freaky photo, by the way. I feel really uncomfortable.
In the background.
It was that in the periphery. Because of what we watch this week for the pod, it does remind me of like the holes in Keanu Reeves' body in The Matrix, or like that one scene where he's like on the table and he's all bald and there's all the holes.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's clinical.
Yeah.
Clinical lighting.
Well, I swear all of these Google TV images are just AI images.
Yeah. I think some of them are.
That
for
one
sure.
does look real,
That one does, but
what is real? I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll unpack that later.
We will totally unpack that. But actually, I haven't seen you a lot this week.
I know.
How the hell are you, Brie?
I'm good. I'm chilling. It's been a pretty good week overall. How about you?
Good. I feel much more relaxed. I feel like the past couple weeks I've been like secretly very angsty. And this week I've been a little more chill. I've been watching a lot of TV. I've been listening to a lot of new music. So I feel good. You know, like we were so like Oscar minded for like a good 2 months.
Yeah, that's so true. I didn't realize how deep we were into the sauce.
Yes. But we're
until
back,
we came out,
baby.
and I was like, oh wow.
We're just back to yapping.
Yeah.
Do we need to watch Black Bag?
Yes, I think so.
Like, I've been seeing Cate Blanchett doing promo for this film everywhere. And I was already intrigued because Cate Blanchett's like both of our like one of our top celebrity crushes.
That's the whole reason I would want to see this film, honestly.
Because she's been promoting this. Like, she was on an episode of Fashion Neuroses that I really loved.
Ooh, okay.
And like the Subway hot takes. That's the promo that she's doing for this film.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So
Yeah, we should definitely see it.
we should support our girl. Let's go.
Let's support her.
The podcast ends really short. You think we
Let's
should
go
watch
right now.
Black Bag? Yes.
100% yes.
Cate Blanchett is having a moment again, and we gotta support.
I want her to just always have a moment. I feel like she should always be
To me, she
having a
is.
moment. Yeah, I'm always thinking about her. I think about her more than I think of like Lucius Malfoy.
100%.
100%.
I mean, what if Cate Blanchett was in White Lotus season 4? Death.
That would be
Deceased.
yeah. I mean, that would be so cool, honestly. Yeah.
I could see.
I was gonna be like, I'll pay to see it, though. I mean, I guess in a way you pay for the, subscription. So
Yeah.
I guess you do pay to
I guess
see it
every
in a way.
month you really pay to see.
But you know what I mean? I'm like, I'd pay extra just for her.
Truly. But no, I'm like locked in on the
To
White
White
Lotus.
Lotus?
How
Me
far
too.
have you gotten? And I want to know all your thoughts.
I've gotten
But-
all the way
All the way. I'm all the way.
so far.
We are locked in.
Episode 5, right?
Mhm.
I couldn't stop watching.
It's getting good. It's been a slow burn.
Yeah.
But you know what else is a slow burn? This podcast.
That's
Hey,
right.
it's Nikki.
And it's Brie.
And we're
Late to the party.
Anyways.
Anyway, so we just scrap our whole intro.
No, we're
We're
two best
redefining.
friends
Yes.
yapping about film, fashion, and pop culture.
And that's all you need to
That's
know.
all you need to know. Period. Case closed.
Yup.
No, what were we even talking about? Oh,
White
we're locked
Lotus.
in.
We are locked in. Yeah, we're definitely on the same page. I knew I would be locked in when I heard that Parker Posey was going to be in it. But also, I'm happy to see Belinda come back as a character. I'm happy to have like new characters, a new setting. It's like I feel like this season 3 kind of combines a lot of elements from season 1 and 2, and it really just works.
It really does. I like the setting of Thailand.
Yeah,
And just like trying to see how spirituality kind of fits in. Because I feel like in Italy and in Hawaii, they were like really removed from the outside world. And this season, like they're going into Thailand. Like
kind of inward to themselves.
Yeah, talking about spirituality. Yeah, we're like at this point in the season though, where it's like right in the middle and things are starting to happen, but we don't know anything.
Do you have any predictions?
You know what? I do. Okay, I think the Russians are shady.
Yeah, there's something about them.
Just something about also in like, because I watched all the way through and then I've been kind of watching it from the beginning again because my only gripe with it is because I was late to the party for the first 2 seasons. Like I just binged them. I haven't experienced a White Lotus having to see it at like a new episode every week. So
I know what you mean.
I just kind of wanted to see it again. I wanted to get my fix. So I started watching the first episode again.
Yeah, because now we have to wait.
Yeah, and I don't like waiting. I'm impatient.
Same.
But like
There's
been-
only 2 episodes left? Or no?
I think.
Is it 7 for each season?
7 or 8, yeah. So we're
Almost there.
almost there. But I don't know, just now it's just getting good. I think the Russian guy is really shady because he's always distracting someone, if you notice. Like in one of the first episodes, he distracts gang talk? Gang talk?
Guy talk?
Guy talk.
I knew who you meant.
With full confidence, I pulled.
That's how you gotta go all the way. Like
Really?
the guy, like that main guy in White Lotus, or like one of the with the older son. What's his name?
Saxton?
The douchebag. Yeah.
You're just gonna go all the way?
Gotta go all the way with full confidence or nothing.
Okay, spoilers for that last episode. I think that Lachlan, when they were in Thailand, just like in the streets, and Greg's girlfriend, Chloe, offers like Lachlan and Saxton and all of them the drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the shot where Lachlan follows behind and then spits out the pill? Or spits out something?
Oh, I didn't really notice.
I noticed.
So you don't think he's tripping? He's
No.
just fooling?
And I think that's why, because I think it's like a power player, like some like weird thing because he kisses Saxton.
Yeah. And I think he's got some like feelings inside that are repressed.
Huh.
Maybe homosexual feelings.
Homosexual. Okay,
It's
so
not-
not necessarily incestuous.
I don't think well, I don't know. Because it's weird. Okay, now we're just gonna be talking about incest. But it kind of there's some weird stuff in this season because Saxton is like saying some weird shit. You know?
Mm-hmm.
About his sister.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. And then also he's walking around naked in front of his brother. And
That's
he's like,
a
we need to
weird
bunk.
thing.
And he's bringing up all these things. Like, he's being weird.
Very weird. Except, speaking of like Parker Posey and her tsunami accent, they're very like Southern, like Raleigh Durham specific Southern.
Did that feel triggering?
That was a little triggering because totally Parker Posey's character Victoria, she would have shopped at redacted fashion boutique that I worked at.
Yeah, you're so right.
So I'm very familiar with this type of woman to my core.
That's why your impression's so good. You've studied in real life.
I've really, just done like a sociology experiment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've known Saxton characters, and all of them say really creepy things about their sisters like that, or like their brother. Like there's just like, and I was listening to a little bit of like the behind the scenes with Mike White, and he was talking about the 3 blonde women.
Yes.
He overheard, 3 women talking. Were like, oh, they're like the blonde Bob, or blonde Blob, cunty Bob. And it's getting too many B's.
No, I know what you're saying. All together, they look like a blob.
With the 3 blonde blobs.
They mold together.
They totally do. But that was kind of like the point, and he observed that. But I've also like observed like families that have like very similar dynamics. What I'm trying to say is, even though it seems far-fetched, I've met Saxtons in real life.
Yeah, I don't think it's that far-fetched.
But super creepy.
Super creepy. Yeah.
What is
bothered
up
me.
with that?
I don't know. I feel like he's maybe my least favorite character.
Really? Can we do a man ranking?
Okay.
Okay. Who's the worst?
Saxton.
I think.
Or no, wait, Greg or
Gary.
Gary, whatever
Gary.
he's calling himself nowadays.
I say the artist formerly known as Greg, number 1.
He's literally the worst.
Totally. I think
like he's the shadiest in my opinion.
Definitely. Well, he's back and he's looking like he's stalking the profile of Belinda.
She should have never. This is why you never go up to people expecting like it never goes as planned. It happens twice in this season where people are like, "Oh, hey, remember me?" Like the girl with the cunty bob comes up to Victoria.
Leslie Bibb's character.
Oh, yeah, that's who that is. Okay.
So,
She looked familiar.
Yeah.
I forgot about her, to be honest. I'm trying to place her.
Yeah. What I love about the White Lotus is there's so many like character actors like that where I'm like, wait, that's Lucius Malfoy or that's Leslie Bibb,
Yeah.
When Sam Rockwell made his cameo as Frank in that last episode.
Was he the guy that met him in Bangkok?
Yeah. I fell out. I love, that's like my favorite actor. I love that man.
Dang.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, that's Sam Rockwell.
I liked his storyline. Like, that was a funny scene to me.
Which I wonder, because every White Lotus season has like a theme.
Yeah.
And I know this one deals with spirituality, but it also to me feels like it deals a lot with like mirrors and like doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Like they make jokes about like Walton Goggins' character and Greg like being old men, and they kind of have similar balding, dating way out of their league, like creepy old men with the younger girlfriend. And then the blondes are kind of like doubles and mirrors. Sam Rockwell's monologue talks about like he has that like wild monologue about wanting to
be an Asian girl,
or like having like a sex addiction, but then like realizing he wanted to be the Asian girl. And
then Walter Goggins' character is just like, okay. Like he's like trying to be supportive of his friend. He's not like really judging, but he's like at a loss for words.
100%.
Like his as I probably would be. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like he starts one place and you're like, okay, yeah, I can follow this. And then you're like, oh, that's not what I was expecting.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
Walton Goggins, give that man an Emmy just for reactions alone.
Yeah. I love when he frees the snakes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Rick and Chloe. I am.
Yeah.
I love them as a couple. I love Amy Lou Wood now. I love her little bunny teeth. I love their personalities. They're so fun.
Same. And I feel like she is like such a breath of fresh air. And she's all like, yay, so happy-go-lucky. And he's so grumpy. He's like, like very Bert and Ernie, I guess.
Definitely. I love a Bert and Ernie pairing.
Yeah.
And she's all about your signs.
Oh, yeah. She's an Aries.
He's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Which today, I actually did that. I felt in my core this person was a Scorpio. And I was like, oh, it was your birthday. Because they had like a birthday thing.
Ah.
And she was like, no, it's from October. And I was like, you're a Scorpio. She looked at me in the most Scorpio, like devil way and said, no, I'm a Libra. She doesn't balance those scales. That's all I have to say. Like most Scorpio response ever. So.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not convinced.
I like Scorpios.
Same. I usually get along well with Scorpios. But I think Leos and Scorpios do vibe.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, oh gosh, what is his name? And I keep saying Walton Goggins, but I forget what his name. Rick. Yeah. He does look like a Rick.
He does.
But he's like, our signs ain't even compatible. I thought that was funny.
That was really funny.
He's just like so deadpan. He like gives no fucks.
Yeah. He's a little preoccupied.
Like, yeah. He has a mission.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I wonder how things are going to play out. I'm like, who's going to cause all this chaos? Because like White Lotus always starts with like the end.
Yes.
At the beginning. And then you just have to work backwards. Like a murder mystery.
Who do you think? Because the first episode, like the first scene in the episode is like a shooting at the resort. We know that Scott Radcliffe, Lucius Malfoy.
Yes.
Steals the gun.
Right. This guy, okay, see, I don't know. Because, see, at first, I was thinking, like, maybe Guy Talk's gonna shoot someone because he's inexperienced. Like, maybe he's gonna try to prevent something from happening and he's inexperienced, so he ends up. But it sounds like there's a lot of pops.
Yes.
And then I was thinking, like, Rick is on, he wants to murder the man who murdered his father. Like, that just seems logical for his character. But then I'm like, is that too on the nose? And why would he be back there?
Yeah.
Like, something doesn't make sense. So maybe, like, what you said about the Russians, because also. Do
you think? Oh, go ahead. Also, Mook, is she involved with the Russians?
Oh, I don't know.
Because she's also trying to distract a lot. In like the moments that she's trying to talk to Guy Talk, it almost seems like she's pulling him away. Is that his name?
You think it's a conspiracy?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting. I don't know. I think he's just easily pulled away. He's obsessed with it. She's like she likes him, but I don't think she likes him as much as he likes her.
He's a dumb dummy.
He's a dumb dummy.
He's my second on the like list.
Oh, really? I like him a lot, but I think he's just like not a good security guard.
Gotcha.
He
is really
he needs to be just waving.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you want to trust him with security.
No, not a gun. That's for sure.
No.
I'll take an eye off that in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think what made him in the not like ranking go really high is when he confronts Scott in the bathroom.
Oh,
and it's like, I think you stole something. And he just says no. And it's like, okay. And then like bitches out and walks away.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because I had just watched the like behind the scenes thing right before that episode that was like, yeah, Guy Talk's going to do whatever it takes. And so I'm waiting for it. I'm like, is he going to like is he just going to take it? Like, he's just going to come up next to him and be like, that's mine or something. But no, he's just like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
You think you got something? And of course he's going to be like, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not here for that.
Yeah, that's not the best way to approach. You could be like, look, we've got the security footage. Hand it over. But he's not convincing us. I don't know.
No, he doesn't
tough
have
guy.
like
And he's always smiling. Like, I don't know. But I think he's charming.
Yeah, despite all that. Like, I like him.
Yeah, despite it all.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the season so far? Like, it was a slow burn. Like, at first I wasn't sure. Like half the internet, I was like, oh, I don't know about this new theme song.
I was going to say, what about, yeah.
It's grown on me.
It has.
It's grown on me. It's not a full bop. Like, season 2 does have the best, most banging theme song. But I like season 3.
I know all those.
Yes.
I love how they like cut those into the show though, here and there. Like Belinda walks by and looks at the artist formerly known as Greg, and it's like,
I love it. What do you think of the new theme?
I agree with you. Like, I like it, but I kind of skip it sometimes because I'm like, it doesn't hit the same, but I don't like hate it as much as some people.
Gotcha.
I'm like, okay, it's not bad, but it's not. I can't like fist bump to it.
Your theme song neutral.
Yeah. But I don't think it's horrible. Like, I think it fits for like the setting and stuff. You know?
Yeah. Make it a little more mellow. I always like going back though, because like the theme always has an illustration of how things inevitably play out.
Yes.
And like each character represents, whatever the illustration is. And I'm like trying to wrap my head around what it is this season.
Same. Yeah. Maybe I'll like look at it a little more in depth and come up now that I've watched some episodes, Yeah. Maybe you can put some theories together with the theme.
Any other thoughts or like theories?
Oh, yeah. Well, I really feel like Greg is going to try to murder Belinda. It just feels that way, Yeah. Just because like she knows and he knows that she knows.
True. Do you think most of the staff in this hotel are like in cahoots with Greg? Because he like they make comments like he lives away from the resort, but Fabian and like they refer to him as a guest. Greg is a guest.
Yeah.
And Fabian's like, "Oh no, Belinda, he's not. Like, you're crazy. Like, we're going to protect him."
Yeah, that was crazy to me. Like that I feel like he's just a bad manager maybe, or like he's maybe doesn't expect the worst in people. He's like, "No, that's silly." But that's a terrible response.
Well, it's cuz he wants to be a singer in the show. He's
like, nothing will stop me from my moment.
He wants to be the owner lady.
I don't know. That response really disappointed me. But he doesn't seem like a very confident. Maybe he's just avoiding confrontation. Maybe he's just like, I don't want to deal with this. You know what, Belinda, you're a little like you must be making this up.
Yeah, I don't know. He's sus to me. I don't think Fabian is innocent.
I mean, his response was weird.
Fabian.
Yeah.
Have I said every name wrong? Like am I really Parker Posey's character in White Lotus? Where's my lorazepam?
I don't know how to say his name either. So Fabian.
Better than gay con.
Oh, it did give me a chuckle though.
Anyways, yeah. Any other thoughts?
Oh, Parker Posey, I think, is just so funny.
She's a delight.
She is a delight. I mean, her character says some like offhanded things, like actresses are all basically prostitutes. I thought that was wild.
No, that's my purse. I don't know you.
I know. I can only do Bobby Hill. I'm sorry.
I love it.
And
they're
then
related. They're like, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, the best part was Rick releasing all the snakes and being like, find a really good tree. Because he's like high as a kite. Like, that was like the best scene to me.
I thought it was really cute. Like I said, I'm in the Walton Goggins hive, I guess. I find him very attractive. I don't know why. His hairline's receding. He has bulging eyes. But I just love this man. I love his veneers. I love his way of being. It's just his essence, his aura. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's her face? Chelsea.
Oh.
Anyways, anything else? Anything that you've been watching?
I did rewatch The Matrix, as you do, from time to time.
How
as I do.
Often do you watch The Matrix?
I don't know, really. Just once every few years, I guess. like maybe every 5 or 4 or whatever. This time it was on TV, and it just captured me. It enthralled me.
What about The Matrix? Do you like? I mean, obviously, it's an iconic movie. Like, everyone's referenced it like a million times, and it's a 1999 film. So, like, obviously.
Yeah, I think that's part of the appeal. That it's 1999. Yeah. But it's probably also just playing a lot of video games, growing up in a simulation in a way. I just like the concept, the idea of being in a simulation. I find it comforting and triggering at the same time.
Yeah, like, I find it deeply triggering. But what to you is comforting about it?
Like the scenes, like the fight scenes where it's like the music. Like, it reminds me of a video game. But it's more triggering because I think my fear is being trapped in the mundane. And I feel like that's, kind of a theme. At least that's what I take away. I know there's like trans allegory as well, but my takeaway is being trapped in the day-to-day life, in the grind. Well,
you know what's funny? Because per your request and suggestion, I also rewatched The Matrix.
Yeah, what did you think?
I watched it last night, and I did get a lot more of, like, when you say it's all like the day-to-day life and the grind, and I'm thinking back and all these like iconic 1999 movies come to mind, like my favorite, My Matrix, Fight Club, or like an Office Space. It seems like this very like late 90s Gen X philosophy is like work sucks, damn man, like
kind of like Party Girl.
Yeah.
Back to Parker Posey.
Yeah, back to Parker Posey. Hey, hello.
Just saying.
But yeah, no, like this whole like Fight Club monologue about, we buy furniture from IKEA, things we don't like to impress people we don't care about, like that mentality.
Yeah.
Of like we're stuck in cubicles and everyone wants us to conform, but we're not going to conform to the man. And I didn't pick up on that a lot before. I just thought that was interesting.
The man?
But I love themes like
and
that.
Conformity. Yeah. Also robots taking over.
Yeah.
Another fear that it taps into.
Well, it talks about AI in a way that's
pretty relevant, I think.
Very relevant today. Like, The Matrix was relevant then, maybe for that like very 90s Gen X philosophy of like working for the man. But now it's like all that AI stuff is really something we all think about all the time,
Yeah.
The Matrix, to me, is always one of those films that I saw so late. Like, I've seen everything that has been inspired by The Matrix and parodies The Matrix before I actually saw The Matrix.
Right.
So sometimes when I watch The Matrix, because I've seen it a couple times now, and every time I'm so caught up in, oh, I've seen this film that parodies this, or this reminds me of that. And I'm like, I'm so jealous. Like, when people say they were born in the wrong generation, I feel like I was too, but not for like the 1950s or like the 1800s. But I wish I was in like the 90s and then like my age in 1999 to see The Matrix opening weekend.
Like in a big screen. Yeah.
And really think about this stuff before AI was something we really thought about. And it was one of those things that it was just like super nebulous. And like wire fu was like the coolest thing ever. Like I would love to feel that. So every time I see The Matrix, I'm a little caught up in that. But I love the story of The Matrix. Like, not even getting into the lore and all that like heady stuff. I do think it's a really great hero's journey.
Isn't it? And also it's Keanu Reeves, Nick. That's your man.
I love him. And Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah.
That's kind of like ideal couple for me, with the tiny sunglasses and the leather,
the slicked back hair, the wet hair look,
just pale with hair as dark as night in full leather getup is just
So you like the costume?
Love the costumes. Also, it proves my tiny sunglasses theory.
Okay, what is this theory? Lay it on me.
So the tiny sunglasses theory is that if you want to have a major glow up in your life and like transform yourself from like good girl or, reserved, like demure, like meek, like if you want to have like a character breakthrough, all main characters and all stars and style icons, what do?
Put on tiny sunglasses?
Put on tiny sunglasses. They're style to the nines, obviously, but they wear tiny sunglasses. And it's something about the tiny sunglasses that just conveys to themselves inwardly, but also outwardly to the world that they're cool. And they're themselves. They're rebellious. They're an individual. They don't care what you think about them because they know who they are. And then researching the costumes designed by Kim Barrett, she talks a lot about like the normcore philosophy of, you know, like a transformation, but it's very simple, you know? And a lot about like conforming, but like identity. I don't know, just like a lot of things like were taken into consideration for the costumes.
Yeah.
Which just proves my tiny sunglass theory. It's like if you want to transform yourself.
That is a small way to do it. And also a trench coat's not that hard to buy.
No. Also super combination.
Chic. Yeah.
Great silhouette.
I love it. I'm like, I need to buy some tiny sunglasses.
It'll
like
change
for real.
your life.
I mean, you've bought them.
I have. I don't. Obviously, I'm on the struggle bus right now, but like.
But people still notice when you wear them.
Thank you. Well, I'm obviously very inspired by the Matrix in that way. I might not be into like all the heady lore, but I'm into the style. But what do you think about the Matrix?
I love the Matrix. I think like it just combines a lot of my interests, I think. I love a good science fiction film, and I like, as much as I'm like, don't trust the robots, like I agree, like we shouldn't give them too much power. It's fascinating when films explore that concept of like what AI would look like in the future. And I feel like the Matrix makes it look so scary because they're literally like just these giant computers or like machine. There's like the giant spaceships. It's like they're so smart. They don't really need, well, they kind of use people. I think that's what's creepy too, is they use people as power to power their machines. They're like people farms basically. And they're in blobs of goo. I don't know. It's just so crazy. But I believe it can happen.
Yeah, I'm like, do you believe it could happen?
I believe it can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Matrix triggers something in me where I have like dreams about the Matrix.
Are you in the Matrix in these dreams?
Sort of. Like, or it'll be like a day-to-day life. Like, it's, I don't know. I just feel like it's something about the repetition of like every day being the same sometimes. Like, I feel like that just like weirds me out. And then like breaking free of that. Like, I feel like, I don't know.
Do you think that we're in the Matrix? Like, are we in a simulation?
I don't think so, but I think we could be. I think that's part of it too. Is for a while there was a theory that we could be living in a simulation. Do you remember when everyone was talking about that theory for years? And what's his name? The science man. Oh gosh, what is
Bill Nye?
Not Bill Nye, but I mean maybe he spoke on it. There's what is
Neil
his name?
deGrasse Tyson?
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about it, and although I don't know if he said he thought we really were in one, but I think he said it was possible. So he was like talking about like if we were, how would you be able to tell? Kind of like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
How it's like your brain. I don't know. I think about like dreams and how real they feel sometimes. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think technology's there yet, but just the idea of it.
It's definitely like something to think about, but it's also, I don't know.
Yeah, I take the Matrix way too serious.
No, I feel like I feel like a dummy where I'm like, well, I don't know. I picked the blue pill like,
to stay in the
really,
Matrix,
but like, I don't know. It's so
interesting. But it's
interesting.
1999, so maybe I would if it was that Matrix. If we could stay in 1999, then perhaps
maybe. That's a good point.
I thought the ending was funny though. Did you catch like the end credits? I felt like the movie is really good and kind of. Like, yeah, it could be a little cheesy at times, I guess, with the bullet time or whatever. But at the very end, it became so cheesy. Like, I feel like it was such a good sci-fi film. And then, like, they made it so cheesy by making Neo fly into the sky.
There were a couple moments like that surprisingly haven't aged well.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, what do you think of the fight scenes?
Oh, you know what? I loved it.
Yeah.
It's fun. He knows Kung Fu. But there is that element of it that, like, something... because it was made for, like, relatively cheap. Like, it wasn't a astronomically huge budget. There are things where I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe if they had more of a budget or because some things just haven't aged well. But that's okay. I like it.
Yeah, it's like not perfect. I think that's why I like it too. It's going for something.
Totally. It really is going for something, but it's one of those films that's so iconic that I'm like, every time I see it, it's just like, I think I have The Matrix on a pedestal, But then I have to remember that there were 2 other Matrixes that weren't put on a pedestal.
Oh yeah.
And like,
I feel like the first one's the best one.
yeah, I don't know how. I haven't seen either one of those Revolutions and what is it? Resurrection. Yeah, I haven't seen either one, so I don't know where it goes. But it seems crazy based on the ending.
It gets wild. I want to rewatch them all. Like I am Matrix pilled. Maybe I would take the blue pill. I don't know.
Well, Jada Pinkett Smith is in the sequels, so
oh yeah,
into that.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, keep me posted
if I watch more,
because I'm really open to your theories. Oh, you have on here Panic at the Cisco.
Oh yeah, I just thought you would enjoy that. There's this video I came across of Panic at the Disco and Cisco singing the thong song together on stage
on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, and I'm like, how did I not know about? How did I go so long?
How old is? Because I've seen the video.
Yeah,
and I thought, speaking of AI, I thought it was one of those like deep fake, like AI Brendan Urie singing with Cisco. And halfway through the video, I was like, this is real. We're not in a simulation. Like Panic at the Disco and Cisco are singing the thong song right now.
Yeah, like let me see what I can find.
Those are 2 people in 2 universes that don't seem to mix. But I was into it. It just seemed like a wacky video game.
Yeah.
This is my Matrix.
It says 2016. That can't be right. Really? Was it 2016? Oh, I guess it was when the Grammys were on. It says, when you were distracted by the Grammys last night, one of the greatest and most confusing televised performances in history took place. Taking to Jimmy Kimmel as part of the show's Mashup Monday series. Oh, I wonder how many more interesting things we could find like that.
What a different time. Remember when lip sync battles were all the rage? And
yeah.
We had hideous plastered on eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
And Kylie Jenner lip kits. I want to go back.
You miss it.
The glory days. When Jimmy Kimmel created Panic at the Cisco.
I just can't believe we missed that. How is that not like a bigger like viral moment at least? Even if we were late, you know? Like
it's wild because it seems like a fever dream. No one would believe you. I didn't believe it when I saw it.
At first I thought it was just going to be a cover by Panic at the Disco just singing thong song. And then Cisco does come out. So you're like, what?
He's out with the full baby.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. It's like the best thing I've seen in a long time.
So good. You know, remember when I went through that phase where like a couple months ago where I was like, the thong song is a surprisingly great
That's why I
song.
sent it to you.
It's a banger.
I know.
The thong song's a great song.
Yeah.
But thank you for that gift.
You're welcome. I know. I feel like I've just sent you like weird musical things lately. Like
so into it. I love your TikTok reader reads Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I don't know who this man is. He's like, he reads like, it'll be like song lyrics or like the nanny theme is my favorite. And he does like an amazing Maya Angelou impression. Like spot on.
It's something that I didn't know that I needed, but it soothed my soul to hear Maya Angelou sing, you know. I wish she could sing the thong song. Do a full like vocal like reading.
You can put in requests. You can on the comments. I'd put in a request.
What was your request?
Oh no, I said I would if I were you. I haven't yet, but maybe I should start thinking about what I want to hear.
I would say the Law and Order theme song. That's all instrumental.
All instrumental.
Don't. See, I can still picture it. Oh, Sam Rockwell's monologue in the White Lotus.
It's wild.
It's like 5 minutes long.
I think he could do it. He's talented.
100%. I think he could do anything he puts his mind to.
Yeah.
In the Maya Angelou voice.
Just always.
That caveat. Anything else new with you? It's been a minute. We've been still doing our movie nights.
Yeah.
With our friends.
I know.
We actually took ourselves out into the wild this past week.
We did?
We
did. We went to yoga.
We went to yoga, you and I.
The wild.
We had dinner out. These are like just weird, like they're like simple things.
Oh yeah, we did.
We did go
Why do I
out.
feel like that was so long ago?
But I don't know, because it's been a hot minute since we've like gone out with friends.
Yeah.
It's kind of depressing.
I know. Yeah, we need to do that more.
We should.
Yeah, let's turn up.
Yes. But we've been watching a lot of good movies at movie night, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like Nosferatu?
Nosferatu. What was before that? Watch the Oscars. What did we watch last week?
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run.
Okay, for a
Okay,
lighter
that's
mood
good.
after Nosferatu.
Chicken Run's great. But yes, we saw Nosferatu.
We did.
Which, was that your first time?
Yeah.
First viewing?
Yeah, I hadn't seen it. You saw it in theaters though, right?
I did. I saw it the day after Christmas. I surprisingly really liked it.
Yeah. Do you think is it the German and expressionist roots of the film, do you think? Or is it like that angle? Does that like how it's so kind of theatrical and like dramatic and the lighting is so interesting? Like, I don't know. To me, it tickles my brain.
Definitely. That definitely appeals to me. I think Nosferatu is one of those tales that at this point it's been kind of infused into every thing we watch, you know? Like it's just one of those things that's in like movie and TV DNA at this point, like as far as a storyline, kind of like a blueprint.
Gotcha. Well, it was really Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Well,
but
yes.
which I went on a deep dive on Nosferatu, and I have some things to
well, they're both originals, right? Well, they're both. I don't know why I'm like moving my fingers.
They're almost synonymous, I guess. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know what this means. No,
Thank
but
you,
so not to be like the vampire like
school me
expert, but this does like touch on one of my niche interests.
Well, that's why I brought it up.
I know, and I'm glad you did.
Yeah, like we have to talk about the horniest movie, the horniest vampire movie I've ever seen, and maybe hornier than Baby Girl.
Did you see Dracula though? It's okay if you haven't. But
I have not, but I've seen clips, and it does have my man Keanu.
That one's pretty horny too. Gary Oldman.
Okay, but maybe that's just because I've seen Tiptoes.
Another horny film.
Maybe that's it. Maybe Gary Oldman in my mind just doesn't.
He's really tall this time. He has a weave at some point.
Maybe it's that. Maybe when it's Lily Rose Depp and Bill Skarsgård, then it's sexy. But hey, no, you know what? I think it's just a brand of sexy. I can lay out Baby Girl style what I found sexy about Nosferatu.
Oh, really? Okay, I want to hear it. Lay it on me.
But you're the vampire expert.
Oh,
so
I thought you were
just be
talking about
nonsense.
this. But no, if you're like what you found sexy.
Okay, well, let's talk about
because that's subjective.
That's true. You're not just an expert on sexy.
No, I'm an expert on sexy. No, I think Gary Oldman's got something in Dracula because, like, I mean, you should see his outfit with the again tiny sunglasses. Just saying.
I think I've seen images of this.
Maybe it's just my thing.
No, I think you're in the majority, and I might be in the minority.
Well, I still want to hear it.
Oh, I just think. Well, I think Nosferatu, like Bill Skarsgård being the least sexiest thing ever, gives it the Pete Davidson appeal. You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's just unsexy, but that, I don't know, kind of works.
Like, there's something sexy about Count Orlok.
How unsexy he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long his fingernails are,
like
and
how
hairy his hands are.
Yeah, like how off-putting he is, yet how drawn she is because of all her unclean. What did she keep saying?
Yeah, I think she does. Does she say unclean?
Unpure.
Unpure, yeah.
Well, I loved it. I loved the writhing. She's definitely been in an acting class before.
Is that what they make you do? Writhe on the floor?
Oh my gosh.
How does that come up? They're like, practice writhing.
Yeah. Like my whole entire BA in theater, I feel like, is me just like undulating like a cat on the floor. Like, I feel like I did that in every acting class. But she was undulating. She's been a cat before. Lily Rose Depp, Possessed.
Oh, yeah. No,
like,
I loved when she was possessed.
All the awards.
She killed it. I mean, I really enjoyed her performance.
Yes. I loved her and Nicholas Hoult. And I love when she's like, you can't do it like Nosferatu can.
That was hilarious.
And then he's like, I'll prove it to you. See, that's what I found sexy too.
Uh-huh.
I like just a woman who's really in touch with her sexuality.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And rise and makes weird faces.
Yeah. I
And
know. Let her
falls
be.
for, like the grossest, like devil,
Yeah.
Girl power.
Girl Oh, I love it. I love I feel like she just was perfect in this film. There's just something about her face and her eyes. Like she just has really big eyes, maybe.
Super expressive. I had never seen Lily Rose Depp in anything before.
Same. Yeah, I never watched that show. I forget what it was with The Weeknd. Like
The Idol.
The Idol. Yeah. I was about to call it The Fame, but that's
Fame.
That's just Lady Gaga.
Yes. The Idol, didn't that have another person from Blackpink in it? Because like the White Lotus has Lisa. I think there's
that's why she looked familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Blackpink.
I don't either.
I'm not sure.
I don't know anything about them. I just know that Vogue loves Blackpink and like Harper's Bazaar. Like, so every time I read a fashion magazine, I know about Blackpink.
Okay. So you're slightly on the pulse.
A little. But also, you like Lisa, right?
Oh, yeah, because she's a solo artist, too. Yeah. I like that one song, couple songs she did.
Yeah, because you were like, you got to listen to Lisa.
Yeah. And no, okay. And she's Mook?
Yeah.
Wow. I kept thinking she looked so familiar, but I didn't put it together. I didn't really look it up. But,
But okay, I want to hear about Dracula. I really
Nikki, you
divulged
gotta
into
watch
nonsense.
Dracula. I want to know your thoughts. Like, I feel like, because it's very similar to Nosferatu in a lot of ways, but I don't want to like give out like the ending. But there's a lot of similar themes, except it's a different approach. Like it's less expressionist, but it is kind of campy in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's also Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and it's Keanu Reeves again as like the lawyer boy. But it's very similar. It's strange, like watching Nosferatu, because my frame of reference, I don't know. I've seen Bram Stoker's Dracula a good handful of times. It was a formative movie for me. Maybe started my vampire obsession.
What is it about vampires that
I
does
blame
it for you?
I blame this Dracula movie.
Bram Stoker's Dracula?
I blame, because it really romanticizes like vampirism. And where I feel like Nosferatu, while there is some romanticization, I feel like it is kind of like a horror film. Like there's a lot about it. It's very grotesque, and while it is kind of hot and sexy sometimes, like between her and Nosferatu, it's also like they're talking about like the plague. Like it feels a little more serious in some ways, or like
definitely
the tone's a little different. I guess maybe because of Robert Eggers' direction.
Which favorite Robert Eggers film? I know that's a hot take. I just am not a Robert Eggers bro.
I've only seen Nosferatu and The Lighthouse. So, wait. Did he do The Witch?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's 3. I actually enjoyed The Witch and The Lighthouse, but I think I'm with you. I think this one's probably my favorite. And I think what I really enjoyed about Nosferatu is like how some of the scenes. Now we watched the extended, like the director's extended cut, I believe.
We did. I don't think there's a lot of difference between the one I saw in the theater. So
okay, but I liked how the scenes lingered. Like really, some of them lingered really long, and it made you really feel in this world. And I think that was my favorite aspect. Was like you really felt like you're back in time, and because there's so much like tension building, and there's so much like the dramatic lighting and everything, and it just felt like it's almost like you could cut the tension with a knife in a way. But I liked it because it'd be like nothing's happening at the same time. So it'd be, you know what I mean? Like when you're sitting with what's his name, the young lawyer, like he's, you feel this anticipation like something's gonna happen, and nothing's quite happened yet, but you just the whole mood that's set puts you on like the edge of your seat.
No, I think, like, to me, I'm a fan of the style and, like, a lot of what Robert Eggers is doing as, like, a filmmaker. Like, from that perspective, I really like his films. But to me, it's, like, almost like boy movies. Like, there's been a barrier to entry for me, like, The Northman or, like, The Witch. Like there's something, or like The Lighthouse, even maybe just subject matter.
I just like to see Willem Dafoe. He was my favorite part.
Oh my god, I love him in Nosferatu. Oh yeah,
that's
right.
He was
a
in
laugh
Nosferatu.
riot in this. He had me cackling.
Yeah.
But always a delight to see. But this is the first Robert Eggers film that, like, I wasn't just like, oh, I understand that. I like that visually and, whatever. But this is the first film that I connected with of his. Well, this and The Lighthouse. I am a big fan of The Lighthouse. But, yeah, Nosferatu, girly all the way. My nightgown is buttoned to the top.
Yes. I love it. I love the costumes in this movie.
Yes.
They're so good. Like, I don't know. Beautiful.
I loved
costumes.
the colors. I loved like the violets and like the blues and the black and the gray, like all the like cool tones.
Same. Yeah. Some of them almost jewel tones, like her dresses. I don't know. It was so cool just how they built that world and made you really feel like you're back in time. And then the plague of it all, like they were really focused on the plague. And I thought that was interesting. Like Nosferatu kind of representing the disease in a way that was catching. I don't know. I liked it.
What is your vampire ranking? Like, I know Bram Stoker's Dracula is really formative for you,
Definitely.
but any other films in your vampire top?
I'm trying to think because, to be honest, I don't know that I've seen many vampire films. I feel like I guess Twilight, but like, I feel like I've seen more like TV shows. Like, I think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I'm like,
they could go in the ranking. What's just vampires in general? It doesn't have
Vampire
to be film.
Media.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, Queen of the Damned. True. I mean, I would say, like, as far as like what was formative,
or just that you like. Yeah.
Okay. Well, definitely Dracula, but also I would put Nosferatu up there because I feel like it's just that good. And I really enjoyed just everything about it. But Queen of the Damned is kind of fun. Interview with a Vampire. I wonder if Twilight's a true vampire film. I don't know. This movie, Nosferatu, got me thinking about vampire lore, and where things start. Because like my first thought was like, oh, I noticed a lot of parallels between this and Bram Stoker's Dracula. And it's because they pull from the same source material. And then I also discovered Nosferatu's also, it's like an older film, like from the 20s. Like it's a German expressionist film. Which I guess that film was an unauthorized adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the novel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just made it. And then the wife of Bram Stoker, because he had already passed, she didn't sign off. Like, you have to get, like, permission or something. She just, like, shut it down, and they burned all these copies. But somehow some still made it through.
Huh. So, are you meaning to tell me that Bram Stoker's Dracula is Greg and Nosferatu is Gary?
Yeah, I feel like they're very similar because they pull on a lot of the same source material, but Nosferatu differs a little bit. You know the idea of like how vampires burn in the sun? Mm-hmm. That came from Nosferatu, not in the original Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Interesting.
Yeah,
so
they
it's
switched
expanded upon
the lore. It's
expanded.
Yeah, I like that. And I like that it survived. You know what I mean? Like, think of if that was burned, we may not have like Robert Eggers' Nosferatu.
No. We wouldn't have Twilight.
We wouldn't have Twilight. Yeah.
What do you think Robert Eggers should remake next?
Huh. I'm thinking because yeah, he has such an interesting style.
Yeah, like he could remake the phone book. Like after Nosferatu, I am convinced. My vote is Twilight.
You want to see him remake Twilight?
Robert Eggers directing Twilight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, do you think you should just do like another like? I mean, I know Twilight's not horror really, but
just only vampires.
Stay in that genre of kind of like scary. Or would it be fun to see like something upbeat that he turns into?
Ooh, like what?
Expressionist. I don't know. Trying to think. Except my mind goes to The Matrix. So I'm like, what would he do with that? Oh, but I feel like he likes to go back in time in a lot of his films, which is interesting. So
back to the 2000s, 2008 to be exact.
2008. Thinking. I don't know. Let me simmer on that.
Okay.
I want to simmer on that one.
What else have you been getting into besides vampires, sexy vampires?
Yeah, obviously sexy vampires. But also I went on another little rabbit hole. Well, it kind of started because, we talked about Lady Gaga and it just got me thinking, like, I was just watching, Just Dance.
Yeah.
And it's really because I was like trying to extract a clip, for our episode. But I noticed like in the description, it's like featuring Akon, or not Akon.
It is, right?
Is it?
No.
No.
Red one. Convict.
Red One.
No.
Wait.
It's Akon. Because she sings.
Convict,
Gaga.
Gaga. Okay, all right. I didn't just make that up. Sorry, I'm like, wait.
That's how I know.
Just doubt everything. Yeah.
I know this is a really doubt-heavy episode. Like, I really, you know that meme where it's, I think it's Chloe Sevigny and Natasha Lyonne, and one of them's like, you know, me blaming astrology, me blaming capitalism. I feel like that's just like my energy.
That's us.
Perpetually.
Nah.
Or just like doubting. I don't know.
It's okay.
Me doubting this.
I guess I should not doubt myself. All right, let me say this again with confidence.
Yeah, let's
put on our tiny sunglasses figuratively.
We should. Oh my God. Be our Gary.
Yeah. Reclaim our narratives.
Yeah. Really
go to Thailand and
wear the same clothes.
Yeah, look exactly the same. Don't change your face, just change your name.
And don't even really change your name.
Yeah. Change nothing. Don't change your expressions.
Keep the same like Zara button up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's become Gary.
Okay. Oh. Anyway, like I was saying,
yeah,
I was doing some research, listening to Just Dance, watching the music video, you know, and you know the beginning, she's like, Convict Gaga. Or Red One. Red One's first.
Red One.
Convict Gaga. Well, there's another name on there that is like listed like right underneath, like in the title, which I'm like, is this the Mandela effect? You know?
Yeah, well, there is a guy.
There's a guy
sings.
Colby O'Donis. Who is this man? Colby O'Donis? I didn't realize he was there at all. I don't remember ever seeing his name. Apparently, he's been with us in our childhood. He's been like with us, and I don't think anyone's I haven't noticed. Have you?
If you said Colby O'Donis, I would be like, oh, that one guy that sings on Lady Gaga's Just Dance, and then it would stop.
You did remember though the Just Dance. You remembered it was like someone.
Well, no, he sings that part at like.
I thought that was Akon.
Oh,
I know they don't sound exactly alike, but I thought Akon was doing falsetto or something.
I think he kind of sings in it as well, if I vaguely remember. But yeah, I just remember from the title.
Well, because they don't shout him out at the beginning either. You know what I mean? Like it's convict music.
But convict music, this I'm just piecing together. Okay, now I'm gonna school you. I don't really know anything about Colby O'Donis. I'm waiting to hear your research and what you've learned. But like, remember, like, all that's coming to mind is Jason Derulo, but it's not that. It's like Young Money, or you know, they're singing convict, like maybe
it's the producer or the label or I didn't really put that together. I just thought anytime I heard convict music was Akon, like literally, which they've collabed a lot. And there's a song that you probably do know that him and Akon have. Do you remember this song called What You Got?
No. If
I play some of it for you, will you might recognize it?
Maybe.
Do you have a second?
Yeah, I have all the time in the world. You know a recession's coming when you're like listening to this music again. This is a recession indicator, that's for sure.
I swear you must know this song though. Just wait to this part. Do you remember it?
I've never heard the song before.
Seriously?
But I'm into it.
Let's talk about what you got. All the excess.
Ooh, he had Beats by Dre. Product placement.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this is his best song. Like, hands down. Yeah, but I remember this song, like, I don't know how I know this song, but, like, it really brought back some memories. Yeah, 2008. Came out in 2008. Anyway, I don't know how this song, it must have been playing somewhere.
Yeah, like, I'm so fascinated
on the radio?
by this, like, Colby O'Donis cake.
Me too. I'm fascinated by him. He's done a lot of stuff, apparently. He started off, I think, on Akon's label, as far as I know. And he's still making music. In 2019, he released an album called Confidence. It kind of sounds like a knockoff of a Weeknd song, though. Just saying. But he also did the Stuart Little theme song.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, we just listened to that before we recorded, which I don't know if that set the tone or set against it, but you know, banger.
It
Like,
is.
I haven't watched Stuart Little for so long,
I
and
don't remember
remember
that
the
movie.
song,
Yeah.
but it was banger.
It was a banger. There's like whistles in the song.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's just going down with Stuart Little.
Stuart Little, he's a mouse in the house. He's Stuart Little. I don't know. It's a bop. It kind of sounds like That's So Raven theme song to me a little bit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's a Raven theme song. Best theme song.
Yeah.
There is.
It's not as quite as good as that because there's no funky breakdown. But
No. Raven Simone. Raven Simone should have sang the Stuart Little theme song. No offense to the singer.
Anyway, I was so floored by this information because I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah,
And how
who
have
is he?
I don't know. Well, I do know. I guess I could tell you about him. Born in March 14th.
Oh, okay, so he just had a birthday. Happy birthday, Colby O'Donnell.
89. American singer, best known for his guest appearance on Lady Gaga's 2008 single "Just Dance," which peaked at the Billboard 100.
Classic.
Spent 11 months on the chart. Yeah, we all know that. Due to label conflicts, Akon was unable to perform on the song and subsequently enlisted O'Donis to do so. So I guess Akon was gonna be more part of the song or something. But that's the part that confuses me. So what? Akon just says convict? I guess. Well, did he help produce it or something? What did he do on Just Dance then?
He said, "I'll leave it up to you.
Take it away, Colby O'Donnell.
You got this."
Yeah. It was written by Lady Gaga and Akon and co-writing by Red One. So they all wrote it together, but Akon didn't really sing on it. He was originally the featured artist, and the version with him was the one originally sent to the radio stations. However, his record label Interscope blocked him from being featured on the record, leading to the single quickly being recalled and replaced with a new version featuring Akon's protege. This was Akon's protege, Colby O'Donis. Which I feel like his name, maybe he should have changed it to something more catchy. You know? I know they say, do you think?
I say don't change who you are for anyone.
No, I agree.
No, you backed up really quick. I think I should.
No, I feel two different ways. Like,
I agree. Sorry to interrupt.
Just so, like Colby O, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
not change it too much. I think, sometimes it can work, and sometimes I feel like it's kind of terrible if people have to change their name. I have two different feelings on it. Like, I think it can be empowering and cool. Like Lady Gaga, but that was kind of her choice.
Yeah. It's cool if it's your choice.
Yeah.
But I think Colby O'Donis, maybe, it's just, he's kind of like, from those music videos, Chris Brown light. Like, maybe if he, like, he stood out from the pack in a way,
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of just doing, like, textbook stuff,
Yeah.
What if he dressed up like Nosferatu and rapped? That would be
He should really
interesting.
push the envelope. Yeah, to make himself stand out. I agree. Because he's got talent.
Yeah. But, I mean, you said 1989, so he's still fairly young.
Yeah. And like I said, he released some stuff in 2019. So.
Oh, yeah. This young man is only 36.
Yeah. Who knows? He's working on his website.
He's working on his website.
Yeah. Like,
we haven't seen the last of Colby O'Donis.
We haven't.
There's still time.
There is still time for him.
There's still time for him.
Anyway, I don't know. He's a new discovery. I don't know why I'm like Akon now. I'm like, he's my protege.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be following his career.
No, I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you've been into lately?
For me, I've also fallen down some really interesting rabbit holes. First, I have been obsessed with, Sundance this year, Rachel Sennett wore this like super fabulous shearling coat, and she was wearing it with a vintage Chloe Paddington bag, which are like just super early 2000s coded, just like amazing. But I'm like, Rachel Sennett also has just been like killing it with fashion lately. I've just been like obsessed with her. But this shearling coat and Paddington bag combo made me think, because it's a Dolce & Gabbana coat. I feel like I've seen this before.
Yes.
I know I have. I need to find out. So what I found out was the beginning of the rabbit hole. It is a vintage fall winter 2001 Dolce & Gabbana shearling coat.
It does feel like it's in the 2000s for sure.
100%.
Early 2000s.
And I love that she's wearing both vintage things. You know, like usually we get a little like Carrie Bradshaw high and low.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that she's just like wearing vintage in this look.
Yeah. No, I dig it.
Yeah.
Just go all in.
Definitely. But Britney Spears did wear this shearling coat. She wore it when she debuted her album Britney with I'm a Slave for You on it.
Oh, that is very
It's
iconic.
her with Justin Timberlake.
Yes. Okay.
The shearling coat. But then
The inspiration. And she's even wearing a similar dress. Like, these are similar tones
similar
to what
like,
Rachel Sennett's wearing.
peachy tones.
Yeah.
Like I know the reference. I know the inspo. I know the vibes. But then it got me to thinking, because I was like, oh, that fall winter 2001 Dolce & Gabbana show is like iconic. I see it referenced so many, like everywhere.
Yeah.
But then I started thinking in the recesses of my mind about that show. And I'm like, I love fashion, but I'm not a fashion historian.
Same.
But
I would love to be.
Same. But I'm just like, not. But I will say, not to toot my own horn, there was something in the recesses of my brain that said, investigate. We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
There's something else.
Ooh.
There's something more to this story.
Okay.
So,
I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
so I go to Vogue Runway, as you do.
Yeah.
I look at all the photos of this iconic show.
Is it making you subscribe?
Yeah. Okay, but just take my word for it.
Okay, I will, because I can't look at it now either.
But, fact check me later.
Yeah. It's okay, because I have to come back around and tell you something.
Okay.
Fact check wise from our last episode.
Okay,
But I
cool,
can't wait.
cool.
But first
Okay.
this.
So that fall winter collection, I was like, there's something like a Britney link, like a reference link. This like, what were we calling it? A couple weeks ago. Not reference dressing, but it's like method dressing almost, but you're like referencing,
Yeah.
like copycat dressing or
I know what you're talking about. What did we call that?
what did we call it?
Imitation dressing.
Okay.
I knew I would find it.
We back, baby.
Phew.
Thank you.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to rest.
No, we couldn't
we wouldn't be able to
rest.
finish the episode.
No sleep.
No sleep.
10
hours later.
You're gonna leave it all in.
TikTok. Oh, it'll be like the what is it? Like the either the Jeopardy theme. You know what I mean?
Yes. Or a dun 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 dun. Because you're on the case.
Yes.
But yeah, just a lot of imitation dressing. So anyways, the connection was, remember a couple months ago at the VMAs when Tate McRae did that imitation dressing of the iconic black Britney Spears dress? That was also from
the same collection?
The same Dolce & Gabbana fall winter 2001 collection. Lots of other things that are being referenced right now are from this collection.
So the Dolce & Gabbana, they're having like a moment.
From this specific collection. But in the Britney reference is crazy because maybe it's not like crazy, but like everyone always references Britney Spears. But it's interesting now, like getting this little intentional or unintentional Rachel Sennett like connection to that fall collection, and Britney Spears wore it.
Yeah.
But the same album cycle. Like she was for that lace dress as well in the same collection. She was also promoting the same album. So I don't know. It's just like an interesting little
do you think like
web.
The stylists are looking at that and thinking like, are they being strategic, or is this just like a collective unconscious situation?
Maybe. I mean, it's a great collection. Like I get it.
D&G
fall winter 2001 iconic stamp of approval. Like, but all those interesting connections are really just like fun to me.
Yeah, I love that you found those connections too. Your brain, you like took notes.
I was on the case. It was like you and vampires.
We're always on the case here.
You know what I was also on the case about?
What?
Okay. So I've been trying to break out of my bubble and like listen to more new music.
Yeah.
Which has been beneficial that artists are dropping new music.
Oh,
So,
yeah. That helps for sure.
That really helps. But I was watching the new Haim music video. Relationships.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you?
No, because it said it wasn't available in my country.
Wait, really? Okay.
I don't know if it got removed or if that was like something with me. I've listened to the song and I've seen the stills.
It's a really fun video. It talking about a reference. It reminds me of like a 90s Calvin Klein ad mixed with like a 90s Prada ad. Just lots of color blocking and like very cool. Also, it has that hot man Drew Starkey. That reminds me, talk about mirrors and like actors that are mirrors, reminds me of Harris Dickinson from Baby Girl.
Okay.
They look very so they're like the mirrors of each other. But Haim's new music video got me down a weird rabbit hole because their single artwork is referencing that Nicole Kidman like post-divorce.
Yes. I immediately loved the artwork and I was like, what is this? Like, why do I have this feeling of like glee and like liberation, like just looking at it? And that's it. That's the connection.
Yeah. So they're referencing that like shot, but then I started doing my own research on the iconic Nicole Kidman getting out of like just divorcing.
You were on the case.
Like signing divorce papers. Because, you know, this past year, Nicole Kidman did an interview and basically was like, this is from a movie. I remember that day, you know, that's what she said. I remember that day I was filming something. She never specified what. And I want to know what.
Because what is it?
I have gone to the depths of the internet. I can't possibly figure it out. Because, okay, it'd be later 2001. The Hours? Because she's wearing...
Why is she so happy?
So, she's wearing, like, a free Tibet, like, Miranda, Sex in the City.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. It's very Miranda.
Yes. Like, ensemble. She cannot... It cannot be The Hours.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Wait, you said it was 2001?
Yes. So, what? That year The Others comes out. 1800s. Or like early 1900s. Like Ghost Story. Virginia Woolf in The Hours.
Is it Moulin Rouge?
Moulin. What's she gonna...
She didn't wear that out. I mean, is that like what she was just wearing? And, you know.
But like if she... Because she specifically in this interview states...
It was a still, like it's from the movie?
She was shooting a movie. This is a scene.
Oh, right. Like literally shooting. Like she's not just like just arrived and is not in costume. Yeah, like what is that outfit? And it's not about Tom Cruise. It's not about the divorce?
That's what
like, you mean to tell me? No?
I think she's pulling a Taylor Swift and trying to like change the narrative.
But why? I mean, it still looks good. Like everyone loves that meme and it's so fun.
But like it keeps me up at night. I'm like, what movie
do you
could
think she's lying?
From? She has to be lying. Not to call her a liar.
But why would she do that?
I don't know.
Unless, was it part of the agreement?
Also, I love a good lie. Like, people don't need to know your business. I'm all for lying about anything and everything.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But
she also loves a good meme, she said.
Yeah, she loves the good, like...
The hand.
The long fingers. The salad fingers.
Yeah. And she loves when, like the AMC one.
Yeah. Heartbreak does feel good in a place like this.
I love that she loves that we love it. Like as a society. You know what I mean?
We love her for loving me. You know, just Roxy Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was thinking about that a lot this week.
It's another thing that's going to keep us up. We're still on the case.
It really does. I don't know what film she's talking about, and it doesn't line up. Like, I would say, aesthetically, it looks a little like Stepford Wives.
But why wouldn't she just say that? It's while I was filming Stepford Wives.
But it couldn't have been because she, like, she couldn't have been filming Stepford Wives in, like, 2001.
Yeah. Like, what would it be?
The math isn't adding up.
Yeah. It's not.
Well, I continue to be on the case.
Yeah. Let me know if there's any new developments. Because, yeah, I know what you mean. Everything you look at either says, yeah, this is like, it's a legit source that's like, oh, yeah, her iconic divorce, you know, and then other things are like, oh, yeah, she said it was from a movie. But like, what movie then? Why so secretive,
That's
Nicole?
what I want to know.
Why so secretive?
Yes. Or just what movie? Name the movie.
Yeah. It's a hunt.
I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
We'll never
Also,
know.
if you're never able to see the new Haim music video, you're not going to be able to see them doing the Haim walk. And that's the most iconic thing.
I
in a
love when
Haim
they
music
do that.
video.
Yeah, they do their little walk together.
Yeah.
Synchronized walk. Well, hopefully, I don't know. When I tried to watch it, it was like it's not available, which I thought was strange. So,
Anything else?
Oh, yes, because like I said, I had to fact check something. Okay, so last episode we talked about like Lady Gaga, Alejandro.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that it was in the promotion for the movie Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Turns out you are correct.
It was for Americano.
Oh.
Correction again. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I feel like anytime
You're trying
this
to
is
change
why I
your
doubt
narrative.
myself
No.
because every time I'm so confident I'm wrong.
No, it's okay. What did I say recently that was so... Well, I said gay...
Yeah, and that's why you should never be confident. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. That
That was a terrible takeaway.
That was the lesson I took away, too.
I'll never be confident again. No. I think I just Alejandro's always on the brain.
I get it.
Americano.
Yes.
Americano is in the promotional material of Puss in Boots.
Really?
You are correct. Yes. It's in like, I think some type of promotional material. And then like in the movie itself, there's a scene. I think it's the end credits. You should look it up.
Oh, gosh.
Have you seen this movie? How would you know this? How did I not know this? And how did you? I'm just wondering. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see Puss in Boots, but I remember the trailer.
See, and I don't know if there was like another. I don't know. I didn't pick up on that. And now I'm like, I want to see Puss in Boots.
We got it for movie night. Next pick.
I'm serious. Like, I mean, there's a whole scene of cats dancing in the club.
Okay.
To Americana. I'm serious. You got to look this up.
You know how our friend Jack for movie night really only picks like car movies? Like he'll do Cars or Talladega Nights or like Rush or whatever.
Yeah.
Start Your Cats theme.
Oh my God.
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
Cats 2019.
That was my thought exactly.
The truth about cats and dogs. Really just.
Oh, yeah. Actually, wait, is that the one that came out a couple years ago? I think.
What?
Truth About Cats and Dogs?
The movie I'm thinking about is like Uma Thurman and like Janine Garofalo in the 90s.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
Movie night.
Huh.
9 Lives. Kevin Spacey is a talking cat.
Yeah, there's so many. Thomasina.
Ooh.
It's about a cat that comes back to life. It's on their like 7th or 8th life or something.
Oh yeah, because
It's
cats have
formative.
9 lives.
Have 9
in there.
lives. Yeah.
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Yes.
I was late to work yesterday because I was talking to the cat in the front yard. Like, I'm not kidding.
Nice. Nikki, you are slowly becoming Catwoman.
That's my new hopes and dreams.
I hear you. It's not a bad life. Anyway, I just thought you should know you were right, and it looks like a good like fun time. So
see Puss in Boots.
Yeah,
Let's do it
I think we should
right now. Well, no, next week we'll have to like talk about like the White Lotus again, or like
definitely
catch up on that. Some new things. We're trying things out on the pod.
Yeah, we're trying to switch it up a little.
We are. We're trying to lean in. We're trying to lock in, even though it doesn't seem that way. Maybe it's just been a weird one.
Yeah, it is Mercury retrograde still. So maybe that's part.
blaming
I want to blame
astrology,
it. Yes,
blaming
that's what we do.
capitalism. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's how we roll around here.
Yeah. Right now, I'm late to the party. We're just
blame everyone but ourselves.
Yes. But yeah. Oh.
Is there anything
Luann
else?
on King of the Hill.
Oh,
Anything
yeah.
you want to say? Because I'm familiar.
You are familiar? Okay, so you knew that Brittany Murphy was Luann on King of the Hill.
I always forget it. Like, I always forget, not that I'm, like, watching Family Guy by any means, but I always forget that Meg, voiced by Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
I always forget that Luann is voiced by Brittany Murphy.
Because their characters are
R.I.P.
so strong, and they do such a good job making it seem like a different person than... Yeah, because, like, well, Brittany Murphy, I feel like, I didn't realize she was Luann, and... I guess she was the best one that auditioned too, because everyone else just kind of made Luann like kind of like a dumb blonde, and she gave the character so much depth. And I don't know, she's like her accent, like it's just I don't know, there's something really special about it. And Brittany Murphy, like hearing her talk about it, like there's like some clips where she talks about it, and it seems like it brings her genuine joy, and it just brings me so much joy to see Brittany Murphy experience joy.
Definitely.
You know?
No, I love Brittany Murphy. I think about her like once a week.
Yeah.
Like, what, like a shining light. Someone that like we never knew, but like because of her work.
Yeah.
You know, like has, like a.
She shines.
Truly. But yeah, that was interesting to me to see all those like videos, like of the behind the scenes of like King of the Hill and everyone just being like, yeah, Brittany Murphy is Luann. Like,
yeah. She just looked like she was living her best life as Luann. Just having a good old time. I'm like, okay. Like, it's cool because it sounds so different than her, too. Like, I would have just, I don't know, never guessed.
Never.
But I don't know. It was just cool to find that out. I was, like, mind blown.
No, I love that.
Was there anything else you want to talk about today? Or?
I don't think so. I think this was a nice little catch up. Maybe next week we'll, like, dive into... I know it'll be like yesterday's news, but we are late to the party.
That's right.
But, you know, besides some like Jonathan Anderson stepped down from Loewe. So that was like some fashion news. But I feel like it's always a good time to talk about fashion and like especially like Loewe looks.
Always.
Like,
there's never a bad time to talk about fashion.
Yeah. And yeah, pretty much I'm still on the case for the Nicole Kidman.
I know, you got me
shot.
thinking about that too. Yeah.
And I also, for next mixed bag, I might do a deep dive. Like, I am so intrigued by this, like, era. Because, like, obviously I was a kid. Like, a little kid. So I don't know a lot about, besides, like, stealing my, like, aunt's Star magazine or trying to, like, flip through one really quick in, like, the grocery aisle.
Yeah.
Like a lot of early 2000s gossip, like celebrity gossip.
Yeah.
I'm just like not privy to, or I only know like the headline. But like I find it very interesting that like Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise divorce, and then like she's living her best life, like promoting things, being on Letterman, being like, now I can wear heels, haha. And then he has a short-lived romance with Penelope Cruz where they met on the set of Vanilla Sky, which I haven't watched, but I hear it's a crazy film.
I've been wanting to watch Vanilla Sky. That's on the list.
And that might make me have an existential crisis. So it might be payback just because of the subject matter. But Penelope Cruz, Tom Cruise start dating. Their last names are
different
Cruz.
Cruises. Oh my God.
Cruises.
Yes. That's wild.
So...
Sorry, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. The two Cruises.
What are the odds?
I just feel like there's like...
There's Terry Crews in there.
Yes.
Part of the throuple.
The three Cruises. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I thought you were in a throuple.
No, it's okay. We don't have to talk about it.
We will talk about
No. Did you say we will? No. I'm like, we don't have to.
No.
We will talk about
we
that.
will talk about this.
Oh, that's your way of bringing it up.
No, if it actually ever happens, I hope you only announce it
I would
exclusively on the pod.
Oh, yeah. To no one in real life. Just you.
Just
in the world.
Yeah, just to the podcast.
I think a throuple would be fun in a way, but I want to be like in charge of the throuple.
I understand. I think
like the challengers.
No, I think you could totally. Yeah, you would have to be the Zendaya.
Yeah,
you can't.
There's no other way.
Yeah, someone can't also invite themselves into the throuple. They have to be invited.
Yes, those are the rules.
Those are the rules. Those are.
Am
the
I right?
rules.
Anyone in the throuple, let us know if we're right.
Yeah, I mean, I know We are. We are right.
No, we are.
Just like we were right about Puss in Boots.
Yeah, we're right about everything. Oh man.
No, I think
We've covered.
I think we've covered it. I think that's a wrap. I think hopefully we have some good content in there,
I
but
think so. Yeah.
we'll try it again next week.
Yeah, we will just keep trying.
We'll keep trying. If at first you don't succeed,
Dust yourself off
and try again. You want to sign us out, Brie?
Thank you guys so much for listening.
And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. Peace out. Piper, no. Tsunami. Bye.